Hi Scorpio, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're doing a general reading for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for October 11th through 20th. So this is a general reading. Keep that in mind. It may not resonate for everybody from front to back. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Keep in mind that I am just reading energies and deciphering a message as best as I can from those energies. So I could be talking about you, your person, another individual, or a party at any time throughout the reading. You may need to swap roles, flip the roles, or, don't stretch, don't overextend yourself to make the story fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. But check your other placements because your messages could be there, okay? I've already cleansed the space, cleansed the decks, pre-shuffled, and meditated on the collective conscious of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Okay, so Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know? Let's see, Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Let's see. One card for you, Scorpio. We've got the Muse of Materials, energy directly affecting you is Temperance. One card for the person on Scorpio's mind. The Four of Materials and what's directly affecting them at this time. Energy directly affecting them, Seven of Materials. Now, 3 cards to show the energy that led up to this point. We've got the Eight of Emotions, the Knight of Voices, and the Nine of Emotions. Okay, your intuition, the Moon, your challenge, Scorpio, your challenge is the Two of Inspiration, your advice, Your advice is the Seven of Voices. Your person, the person on your mind, what are they thinking? The World Cosmos. The person on your mind, how are they feeling? The Two of Emotions. And the person on your mind, what's their next move? The Five of Voices. Now, your bias, Scorpio's bias. Awakening and caution, Scorpio, caution. Six of Voices, focus. The Hermit. And 2 guidance messages for Scorpio. The Emperor. And the Hierophant. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the Muse of Emotions. Okay, so let's pull, oh sorry if I hit my mic. Let's pull 2 crystal cards for you, Scorpio. You got Zoisite, and pedalite. Not to be confused with Pedialyte. All right, Zoisite and pedalite. So, Zoisite is in tune with your emotions. This sacred stone can shift emotions and help break through emotional trauma. When anxiety and worry flood your mind, this stone will assist you in your meditation. It allows you to use its celestial energy to let go of the angst. And then pedalite. This angelic stone was used by shamans to provide a safe environment around them as they explore the spiritual plane. With its very high vibration, it's excellent to use during sleep meditation. It can help you reach back in time and heal old family wounds and trauma. So what I'm getting here, Scorpio, is that currently at this time you are really going through a transformation and calling upon your higher self to help you through this. And you're healing emotional trauma, not only in relationships and love and romance sector of your life, but also in family. Maybe you're understanding how family wounds have affected your romance and love life. Maybe you are specifically dealing with family and healing those wounds, but also going through some sort of transformation in your heart space in regard to love in general. And let's get some clarification. Okay, so the Muse of Materials and Temperance for your cards, Scorpio. You're really focused on your stability, what brings you security in life. Maybe you're falling back and going on a money endeavor, but you're really focusing on the harmony and balance in your life, and you know, just getting back to your roots, back to yourself, Scorpio, at this time. I'm seeing that you, your person, the person on your mind, they are tending to themselves at this time. I feel like you've gone through a break. They are very focused on themselves as well. And this may have caused disruptions between you two. Let's get clarification here. So, clarify the Muse of Materials. Clarified by the Queen of Wands, and clarify Temperance. Justice. Okay, clarify the Four of Materials for Scorpio's person, or person on Scorpio's mind. The Three of Pentacles, or Ten of Pentacles, sorry, and clarify the Seven of, what was it? Seven of Materials. The Six of Pentacles. So you're getting back to what brings you security and stability, and this is in regard to your confidence. There's been some sort of break in your life that you has really dredged up some insecurities of yours, maybe some self-worth issues, or some jealousy, possibly. Maybe you're really just dealing with a lot right now, and you've got a lot on your plate, and you're trying to find the stability and security and the confidence to push through. This is in regard to you felt very maybe taken advantage of, used, or just devalued by somebody who wasn't giving as much as you were, or possibly just an unbalanced situation in your life. Okay, so unfortunately, you know, things came to an end here. I'm seeing this is because this person had their own issues regarding their past and the way they were raised, and how they view things. They really go inward and go to keep to the self, and they really kind of, you know, every man for themselves type thing, every person for themselves. And so Ten of Pentacles here, it talks about like roots and family, and like foundation. And so I feel like you wanted to build a foundation with this person, you wanted to build something with this person, and they were just not on the same page as you, focused on self. There was not an equal give and take here when tending to the garden. So Seven of Materials is like putting in the effort, seeing the fruits of your labor, tending to the garden, doing the hard work, and you know, the Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. And so and since this is give, more so giving as much as you're taking, and then the work, it's like, I think that, and then you have the imbalance on your side. I think that this person was more focused on self, not giving, and just it really caused a lot of disruption in the connection between you two. The energy that led up to this point in the past was Eight of Emotions, Knight of Voices, and Nine of Emotions. So the energy that led up to this in the past is that somebody was not, they had one foot in, one foot out. And I feel like this was your person, Scorpio. As much as you wanted to stay committed or involved, that this person just kind of kept letting you down. and you saw this person as a wish fulfillment. They were busy chasing something else, not necessarily a person, but maybe their own endeavors in their life. The Knight of Voices here, the Knight of Swords, it's like you guys got in very heated arguments with each other. And I'm getting that you wanted direct communication, which just wasn't being given to you, and somebody ended up walking away. This is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands and Nine of Swords. Knight of Wands and Nine of Swords. So there was somebody walked away from someone, and this caused a disruption in the security or stability. Somebody was walking toward their own like abundance and like endeavors in life, and I'm getting here that it left a rupture here, and it really, somebody wasn't looking at the bigger picture, and they were just focused on what their own vision was. And nothing not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm feeling that like you felt really left out in the cold here. And this the Knight of Voices here, so this is like a lot of harsh words were exchanged, or there was some sort of like opinionated type statements being given to each other. This could also mean that like you guys weren't speaking up and weren't talking, and that there were lessons here in communication. There was a big lesson in communication here, and learning how to navigate these sorts of things with another person. So that is something that played on up to this, is the lack of communication and the way it was being handled. Now there was a lot of hurt and pain here. The Nine of Emotions here is Nine of Cups. So somebody, you know, you viewed this person as your wish, as like your dreams. You wanted, they were everything to you, and there was a lot of pain here that transpired and hurt, and somebody wanted to break free, and kind of they felt like they're being constricted, or they felt like they're being losing, you know, this is like rebellious and free-spirited energy. So it's like there was a lot of discussion of neediness, and you were, I'm getting that your person may have said that you are asking for too much, and I just want you to know you're not asking for too much by asking someone to communicate. So there were lessons around communication here, and what how much we maybe as a person invest in another person. So that is the energy that led up to this. Now, your intuition is telling you that you maybe weren't looking at things fully in the light of day, because the moon here talks about illusions. It talks about insecurities. So maybe you have taken this situation and kind of made it more damaging to yourself than it needs to be. And clarify the moon, clarified by the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. You got to find balance in that. Let's see. The Two of Inspiration is your challenge. That's momentum and planning ahead. And clarified by the Knight of Cups. Okay. And then the Seven of Voices is your advice. Is you know, get out of, don't be in denial about the truth of the matter. This is clarified by the Queen of Swords. Okay, so illusions at play, insecurities, causing an imbalance. This is a juggling act. You had to juggle between the truth and what you were seeing, what you were thinking, and running on those things, and maybe projecting, and that your intuition's telling you that this is no way to live, and you need to kind of look at how these things have been balanced and how you are handling them. Maybe in regard to family endeavors or even relationships, you got to find a balance where you're able to breathe and also move accordingly, and standing up for yourself, Scorpio. Okay, so the Two of Inspiration here is the Two of Wands. It's momentum and planning ahead, and then the King of Cups. So I feel like your challenge here is moving forward with love, moving forward in your heart space, moving forward, moving on from this person. I'm getting here that you were really affected by this, and maybe have decided, I'm just not going to date, or I'm not going to see anyone, I'm not going to ever do that again. Like, and you know, you can feel like that for right now, but really you don't want to get stuck there, and understand that you know this, Scorpio, you will learn what you need to move forward and transcend this as well. So again, going through transformations at this time, and finding what you can extract there that will help you to plan ahead and move forward in the love sector of your life. And the way you give your cup, you got a lot to give. And you know, maybe you were in denial a bit, and maybe you were betraying yourself by not setting boundaries. So I'm getting here, your advice is to set firmer boundaries to not betray yourself in the future. Seven of Voices, Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords. So swords are about mental, the brain, and communication, and, you know, speaking. So I'm getting here that the more you're able to think logically, reasonably, stop letting your heart run everything. You need to have your heart open, but don't let it run the show. Bring your brain along with it. Communicate effectively. The more you're able to do these things, the less you will betray yourself, and the better your boundaries will be. The Queen of Swords doesn't take any crap, so it's like you lay the boundary, and you know somebody may try to overstep, and you're like, hey, warning. Don't, this is a boundary of mine. Can we respect that? Oh, yes, yes, yes. So then they respect, and then they do it again, and it's just like off with their head. It's done. It's like, I'm getting here, Scorpio, you may have betrayed yourself a bit in regard to not speaking your truth, standing up for yourself, and setting the proper boundaries, and knowing you know what you're worth, you know what you deserve, and you deserve something better than somebody who can't respect you or doesn't want to communicate. Or you know, sometimes people project that sometimes people can't understand you because of their own fear and shame and their own pain and insecurity. They see you through a lens of these things because it allows them to not have to face those things within themselves. So their brains literally won't let them see your side or let them see things, because, and then they may blame you, because it's a defense mechanism. And so, you know, you gotta just understand that, and don't take it personally as best as you're able. Your person, what's on your person's mind? This ending, the way things ended, is on your person's mind. I'm getting here, it wasn't very pleasant, and that's something that they ruminate over, and it's not it's like a brooding energy. It's not very pleasant for them to think about. In regard to the Ace of Wands, I'm getting here that there was a very passionate ending, not in a good way, very fiery, and very it exploded. Now the person, how are they feeling? Two of Emotions. They clarified by the Sun. You meant a lot to this person. They loved you. Maybe they never said it. Maybe they didn't show it. But I'm getting here regret. There's regret here. Their next move is the Five of Voices. Their next move, they're going to continue being defensive. If you guys are not talking, they are fighting. They're replaying fights in their head about what they maybe should have said. And if you guys are going to talk, it probably is not the best time, especially during this, you know, these retrogrades and this time of transformation. There's a solar eclipse coming up in the sign of Scorpio on the 24th, on the night of the 24th, 25th. So that is a big transformational period for you, Scorpio. Maybe you should not be discussing certain things with certain people at this time. This person's next move clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person is thinking about how it ended and how that was really the Ace of Wands is something from self and creation from self. So it's like this person is kind of seeing how they brought this on, based on how they showed up to the connection. This person is feeling the love and the happiness that you used to bring them, and I'm getting here that they're reminiscent of certain things. The Five of Voices, this person's next move, Seven of Pentacles, they're going to For some of you, I'm getting that they're going to put the work in to undo the fights and undo the disconnection and disruption that has been caused. Others of you, I'm getting that they're talking to their friends and about how maybe they can go about that, or maybe about the situation, and they're realizing that they largely didn't show up for you for the connection. The person may be twisting things a bit, and maybe that's affecting this at the time, but their intuition is talking to them. Your bias here is awakening. It's self-evaluation. Your bias here is maybe you think maybe you're not so innocent in the situation either, Scorpio. So maybe you should look at yourself a bit and understand, Scorpio is really good at self-reflection. So go inward and see, how did you play in the dynamic? What role did you play? Did you maybe not stand up for yourself? Did you maybe stick around too long with a person that wasn't recognizing your value? Did you maybe try to fight to make them recognize your value? Did you maybe give this person too much credit when they didn't really deserve it? Did you maybe live on a fantasy or of potential, And did you maybe point the finger a bit too much and cause them to feel like very blamed and make them go running because Scorpio's got that tongue and that stinger pretty harsh. So your bias here is understanding that you need to understand that you are not just so innocent all the time. Clarified by the Queen of Cups. Your bias here is that there is self-evaluation and reflection and accountability and healing that is needed on both ends. And both of you, I feel, were equally hurt in this situation. Your caution, what you should be cautious of, the Six of Voices or Six of Swords. What you should be cautious of is the lessons you extract and how you move forward and transition from this. Make sure they're the right ones. Make sure they're not ones that are putting you in a space of further hurt and pain and closed off energy. Like I was saying earlier, don't allow this to make you bitter. Your caution here is clarified by the Two of Swords. So your caution here is getting stuck. Do not get stuck and go into this I'm not going to move, say, do anything, and I'm just stalemate and gridlock and locking it down. And don't let the lesson be that you have to be indecisive about how to move through your life. Your focus here should be the Hermit, shining that light inward, self-reflection and like kind of spiritual awakening. The Hermit is in the original depiction of the card, the lantern he's holding is the light surrounds him. And so that is to say that stay in the present, stay in the here and now. You don't need to know the path forward. You just need to focus on you and focus on what you're doing and what you can bring to yourself and bring to those who are immediately around you and close, and work on your healing at this time, Scorpio. It's very important you do this. This is clarified by the Eight of Wands. The more you do, the more you go inward and focus on the here and now and stop, let the past go. The past isn't coming back. You can't change it. And the future, being nervous about the future isn't going to change anything. It's just going to bring in more angst and like it was saying with the maybe get some zoocyte. maybe get some of this. Okay, to get rid of that angst. The only time is now. The past is never coming back, and when it was that time, it was now. And the future will never come. Tomorrow will never come, because when it does, it'll be now. Still, the only time is now, forever, indefinitely, on and on and on and on and on. Now, the only time you have is now. So make the changes now by going inward and focusing on that light within you. Okay? Two guidance messages here, Scorpio. The Emperor and the Hierophant. I feel like your guidance is telling you that you need to gain a sense of control in your life. There's a lot of knowledge coming to you at this time, so listen to it, and the answers you seek are within you. And once you gain this control and stability in your life, you will be more suited to move toward the type of commitment you're looking for. It's giving that as without, so within. As without, so within. Keep that in mind. As without, so within, and be grateful. The one thing you can do right now is find gratitude in your experiences, and that will already put you in a position to create a better future. This is clarified by the Page of Cups, and then the Hierophant is clarified by the Empress. So, the Emperor here and the Page of Cups. I feel like, Scorpio, you become very naive in love. And you need to regain a sense of control and stability in regard to how you offer and bring your cup in. Okay? And you're learning a lot about yourself at this time, about what it means of your nurturing nature, your devotion, your love, your giving, your heart space. You're very deep and intuitive, Scorpio, so you're learning a lot of knowledge in regard to this and what it means to commit to you. And you are... So those are your lessons at this time, is to apply those things. At the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is the Muse of Emotions and the Ace of Pentacles. If you're able to move through this period and extract the lessons and properly let this go, understand that it was, that this person, I'm getting here that this person will try and contact you later, after the eclipse. The eclipse in Scorpio is in Venus, so there will be big transformation in the love energy. And I'm getting here that this person's really thinking about you heavy right now, so that's why I'm saying I think maybe that they will try and contact you after the eclipse, though, or maybe after the end of the year. But anyway, if you're able to do these things and transcend this pain and let go and give gratitude and thanks, you'll be able to regulate your emotions, and new opportunity, something you want to manifest, will come in. So that's why I also say I think this person will be back for there will be a chance to fix things brought to you in regard to this love and devotion that you gave somebody. If you're able to transcend this time and get the experience, learning experience that you needed out of it. Some cards for Scorpio, energy cards for Scorpio, energy cards for Scorpio. We've got anxiety, protection, hunger, space, and fear. Okay, and at the bottom, happiness. So, okay, very clear message here. The happiness you want is all based on your ability to transcend these fears and give space for the seed that you've planted to grow. So don't let anxiety take you over. Don't let your anxiety run the show. Don't let your anxiety make your fears come true and let your fears run the show. You need to give space to these things. Give space for it to grow. Give space because protect yourself at this time. Protect yourself and focus on the way that these things are. Hunger here is saying that you feel like you're missing something. You have everything you need. When we desire from a place of lack or feeling inadequate or feeling like we're missing something, you can't take money out of a negative bank account. You can't get your desire and what you want from a negative space of inadequacy, of feeling like you're missing something, that you're incomplete in some way. So while you're stepping back and resting and protecting yourself, amping up your boundaries, understanding how to communicate these things, and taking, your power back, focus on why you hunger after the things that you already have within you. What qualities in this person are you not, what parts are disempowered in yourself? The anxiety you're feeling surrounding these fears is actually what's creating the distance. And when you allow this space and you protect yourself in the meantime and focus on your well-being, you will bridge the gap in order for the happiness, the the love and happiness to come in for that new opportunity. Okay. I'm getting here that, yeah, this, if you don't, if this person doesn't come back in regard to this, it's not necessarily that you did anything, but it's just that they're not ready. They're not ready. So I feel like you've tried to give a lot and got really disappointed and let down here. So, focus on you, Scorpio. You are strong and you are everything that you need. And somebody one day will appreciate the amount that you are able to bring to the table, and appreciate your very unique qualities. Okay. So, Scorpio, that's all I have for you today. I really hope it helped. Thank you so much.
We belong.